Instagram is the best way to get dates and find the right girlfriend or wife. Today, I'm going to show you the Instagram funnel on how you can use Instagram to get more quality dates to then choose your wife, girlfriend, life partner from. Now, before we get to Instagram itself, and I apologize in advance for my handwriting, we have to understand the sources. How do you get traffic onto your Instagram page? Where do women even become aware of your existence? Well, the first one is Instagram itself, obviously, right? You go from Instagram to Instagram. Well, what does this mean? You can send direct messages. You go to her profile and you send a message, a tailored opener to her profile. We're going to talk about that more in a minute. The second source is dating apps. I'm going to call it apps. Instagram's an app as well. I'm fully aware of that. Dating apps. And then the third one is approaches. If you meet a woman in person, all roads lead to Rome. Instagram, apps, and approaches, they all lead to Instagram. Because if you meet her in person, then instead of just exchanging a phone number, you're going to exchange it Instagram. Why is Instagram so important? It is so she can stalk you. Think about this. On iMessage, what does she see about you? At best, a picture, maybe just your initials. How much trust, status, social proof does any of that build? Very little. On Instagram, if you have at least 12 good pictures, please, and the 4 types of photos, again, are 1, professional photography, 2, social proof, 3, lifestyle, and 4, status enhancing elements. If you have these types of photos on Instagram, and then you use stories, you post 1 or 2 stories a day, which takes 1 or 2 minutes. Everybody has time for that. She will get to know you so much better. Mark my words, I've measured this with clients from over 40 countries. Not using an Instagram will not ruin your dating or your relationship life. It won't keep you single forever. You can still find the right girlfriend or wife, but Instagram will 3 to 10x your results. 3 to 10x your results. Because she will show up, more women will actually show up to the first date. Between the second and third date, more women are going to show up. Yes, most of that depends on the communication on your part actually on the date and the chemistry and the connection and the compatibility, how good a job you actually did on the date. But let's say she goes for a holiday for a week or 2, you can't really see each other, a phone call is fine. But if she actually sees a lot of attractive things about you that are not fake, and it's not about a lot of followers, that are just as good as humanly possible, but still authentic. That's the balance on Instagram. It has to be as good looking as humanly possible while still authentic. This will 3 to 10x your results. You don't need Instagram, but it works extremely well if you use it. Okay, so on Instagram, you can send direct messages. The success rate of direct messages depends to 80% at least on the strength of your profile. Then also on the opener. So what kind of openers can you send? I'm gonna give you an amazing opener right here, right now. Do you want some gold? Feel free to steal this one. You seem like you have a great balance between elegant and yet still fun. Woo! Let me say this one more time. You seem like you have a great balance between elegant and yet still fun. What does it mean? It doesn't matter, it works. Use it. You can use that as an opener on dating apps, and you can also use that as an opener on Instagram. Then you obviously have to learn how to text, and then you're already on Instagram, and then they're engaging. And sometimes she may flake for a week or 2, and then re-engage after watching your videos or your stories. Yeah, but David, I'm a private person, it's just not me, I just don't post. Like, I had a call with a coaching client last night, I believe it was. Was it last night or 2 nights ago? Fran's filming over there. Pavlos is here, Fran doesn't remember. I think it was 2 nights ago. He's a surgeon in the US. And he's in his 50s, and he's in good shape, and he's a super kind person, and he has a daughter who's now going to university. And he goes, David, it's just not me. Wait, you already have some pictures on Instagram. Listen, when did you define yourself? You don't ever have to post anything on Instagram that you're not comfortable with. You don't ever have to post anything that's going to ruin your brand or your reputation. Never. Let me say this again. You are fully in control. You don't ever have to post anything religious or political. In fact, I would recommend against it. You can only ever, if you want to, which you should, post something that makes you look good. Good looking pictures, professional photography. Maybe a picture with your cousin or your sister or some social proof, some status elements. I have another kind who's also a surgeon in Australia. He would post pictures of him at medical conferences. That posts so much status. Are you doing a podcast? Whatever it happens to be. You are fully in control. You don't ever have to post anything you don't want. And don't give me this time excuse. This takes 2 minutes a day, 120 seconds a day. This is zero time excuse. It's a very powerful tool. Great. Now, from dating apps, obviously we've talked about the dating app funnel. As you can see, we previously filmed that, so I just replaced the word Instagram with, or the word dating apps with Instagram. That's explained in a different video. You go on dating apps and then you move them. So you schedule the date, you get the soft growth, let's meet for drinks one of these days. She goes, cool. So you go through the whole texting on the dating apps. You say, let's meet for drinks one of these days. She says, cool. Then you say, cool, send me your Instagram and we talk here. You can just do phone number, but Instagram is much better. Great. And then the other one is approaches. Because again, if you just approach in person and you just get a number, a lot of them will die out. Yeah, but Dov, the approach was great. You know how the mainstream tells you just walk up to her and get her number? That's the biggest lie ever. You can't just walk up to her and get her number. Yeah, 1 out of 20 is going to say yes, but you eliminate 90% of options. 95% of options. You actually have to talk to her for 3 to 7 minutes in an effective way and then say, by the way, you're probably on Instagram. Cool. We can meet for drinks one of these days and then exchange Instagram. By the way, a lot of women are way more open to exchanging Instagram than the number. But that does not mean that getting a number is better. In fact, it isn't. Instagram is better. Now what happens here? Well, what's the Instagram funnel? Well, you have your profile and your stories. These are the two components that we've already talked about. Profile, your main profile, borderline dyslexic, apologize, plus Instagram stories. Stories have a little feature on your profile button that disappear after 24 hours. All the women that are interested in you are going to watch it. It doesn't matter if you get 13 views or 24 views. The women that are currently interested in you, that are currently considering dating you, are watching your Instagram stories. It's a very, very powerful tool. Use it. Great. Then from here, you do have to text. Then you go on to a date, and then you have a relationship. Not after 1 day, after 2 to 3 months of non-exclusively dating her, you have a relationship. Unbelievably powerful. The reason Instagram is good is not just so you can get new dates from this side, but it also amplifies everything from apps and it amplifies everything from approaches. It will 3 to 10x your results. Get 12 pictures on your profile, and very important, please reduce anything that could cause friction. When you're on a dating app and you're looking at a woman's profile, do you judge her by her best or her worst picture? The worst! That's what you assume reality is going to be like. She does the same with you. She doesn't judge you by your best, she judges you by your worst. Start using Instagram, you're gonna get a lot more dates, a lot more second dates, and you will find your girlfriend or wife if you use it intelligently, with the right values, authentically, without faking anything, a lot faster.